Good evening, wherever you are. Good afternoon and good morning, wherever you are. And then, me welcome you be a better show, no, GH. Well, it's been a while, but once more, you welcome you be. And there were a lot of issues here about discussing. They are passing for about a week, and you better drag into it. You know, you better start it off with this issue that happens in Guinea, the coup d'etat issue in Guinea. You see, what happened? You know, discussing now. The point we are right now, let's say, West African, which is ECOWAS, no, MET, the leaders of the coup d'etat, especially Damboya. Now the response is free no whereby they are doing something that will please the masses, meaning the citizens have accepted the coup. To whatever the ECOWAS is saying, it's called the bluff of it. Most people are saying this, okay, ECOWAS retreat in Ghana is part of the ECOWAS, so I can say that. This is what it says. Or say member nation ain't to me intervening in the affairs of the other nation, meaning Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea, Togo, La Côte d'Ivoire. Say La Côte d'Ivoire for ya dibu or mukroma. Ghana executives aim to me intervening, or they cannot interfere in member affairs. That's how it is. It is a important yearly debut of Ghana. That's a me citizens and Côte d'Ivoire no citizens are. Member nation will not step in. You see, it even casts doubt on the relevance of the ECOWAS. A lot of people are even saying that today, around today's ECOWAS, we don't see the relevance of it, especially in existence. It's like, look at what happened in Mali. Threats of issue, it didn't work out. At one point, I sat down quietly and I asked myself, said, I believe, say, it's for member interests. Members, benefits and also interest from Benya. I said, the end spread it out. Yes, Arab Spring, because you see, I see Mali, I see Guinea. And that was it Sudan or Somalia? One also happened, but that one failed, attempted coup. Omar here becomes something on the West African sub-region. So now we are going to see the next step of the ECOWAS. And if the ECOWAS does have the power even to mobilize forces to confront the Guinean forces, what is going to happen? Now the person is saying this. What I'm saying is the ECOWAS leaders need to concern, because most of the ECOWAS members, they have one thing in common. Either say, violated the constitution, they are abusing power, they're engaging in corruption and mismanagement, okay? But when it's happened even those that have taken time to petition the ECOWAS, the ECOWAS doesn't get involved because of that clause. So why is this assuming the ECOWAS want to get involved? You see, your policies be it comes back to hunters. That's clearly what is happening. So leader be abusing the citizens, mostly they won't get themselves involved. But the point is, yes, you people want to get yourself involved. I mean, what is this? If you can't give, you can't take. As simple as that. Now, the military leader defy all the orders and the warnings of ECOWAS. So we'll get into that issue. And let's see, say your leaders now are benefiting. No one must show so concern. We saw the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, going to Guinea, and with the support of his colleague, what's his name? Alhassan Ouattara. Okay? These two leaders, which just ended elections in their country, the citizens and even international bodies have cast so much doubt on them. Look at what happened in Ghana. We conducted an election, 9 people died. No investigation has been conducted up to date. Now go to La Côte d'Ivoire. He changed the constitution to run for the third time. A lot of people died, those that were opposing it. Now you see military against them. Similar thing happened in Guinea. And the military said, no, what he did, it wasn't right. About 90 people died in Guinea. Now people begin to share in order for you to mediate issue or to have relevance to mediate an issue, you have to show credibility and relevance. Now, Nanado and Ouattara, they are in a similar situation. Just that Akufo-Addo hasn't changed the constitution of the country to run third time. But the violence that characterized the 2020 election should have been investigated. Because 9 innocent souls into me disappears without the nation doing anything about it. We cannot be just silent. That is a clear abuse of power. Up to date. We had a whole CID boss, can you telling Ghanaians to say, to me, it's a shame. Now, these people went to Guinea. The citizens were rejecting them. Even though the military officers gave them that honor, but what they are telling them is that they are listening to the citizens. And clearly, this is what is happening. Now, you're going into the insecurity in the country. You said, I mean, what we are seeing right now, just currently, let me read the report to be from City and Joy. Over 303 reported cases, just Medan Kwao. 306 cases has been confirmed. Okay? daylight robbery. Just in 1 week, the number of people are confronted Ghana. And your security issues in Israel. Let me address this. Sa issue now is see what I think say the way she started her politics in your mobile. Men commending media no. In as much as they didn't do diligent investigations. So that turned out to be say it was all master plan. But yes, sir. Next time police for no won't show relevance and they won't be sensitive when there's an issue for call. I think say it's about time security issues initiate the agro. But I'm not saying daytime robbery in your manner. And I listened to Mr. Ofori. I said the visibility police but I did we and then this time I was there. The very day MPP forces saw that approach, and some of us opposed it. We didn't understand why MPP did that, but clearly they chose to. And you see the consequences. Leadership there, it dwells on all these issues. You hear about MMDCs and so about a whole year, and you just sit and go almost like three more months to end this year. You're living a vacant. Let's see the relevance of Sadia. How I see are impacted on us. So affected the progress, like a delay the progress of the administration. We'll get into it. And the misunderstanding so a diaba how it should be done moving forward. Here we are. Then we talked about this issue. I say the president of Republic of Ghana, Nanado, the third time, I'll rent a plane. I don't care about what the citizens are saying. It's just a provocative act. What should I do, yes, sir? Or yeah, not such for now, Ababi Tiki over the country. But now bought their weighted party, which is NDC, so they believe to come to power 2024. So we also seek opinion from your leaders now. Sorry, for my number issue. Finally, the issue between Trini Jonas, Owusu Bempah, not the prophet, but Ghana Gas Owusu Bempah, and Hobson Adoye. I want us to get into this issue, but you're better putting it together with Fix the Country. Look, Fix the Country now facing a lot of opposition. And so my ideas and unbeliefs, it's in line with what Jonas is also saying. But in Ghana for those in diaspora, especially those back home, have shown so much concern. They spoke against the behavior of Hobson Owusu Bempah. Deeming some more conduct is in a threatening nature, very aggressive nature. Now, do you a best packle trouble our man kasa kromun to me and handle in the sense so almost a guy in the paper and almost person provoking no by acting and I say they are going after him so that they deport him. And I listen to some of the NDC guys in certain Ghanaians where they are in support of Channel. Almost if that is the case, I don't know why someone are taking party lines. It's because of the characters involved, no doubt. Almost will start fishing out and start reporting Ghanaians among themselves. They can be ABC, no only people are reporting it. This is what is likely to happen. You see, most of all these guys are outside, are almost making living. I don't think says here, yes, I'm not saying they are condoning illegality. But there's a policy, even in the military, well, I'm dealing with this gay thing. You know what they say? They say, don't ask, don't tell. Sanyama is even in the country. This illegal immigration issues not but one, a bit tainted the image of Ghanaians. I think that maybe more treaded the other they should be very careful. Now, I mean, get these guys online. Kingsley, my man, welcome in. Now, I mean, welcome here this end. So I know some of our will join us. Lord Quay will also join us. Kingsley, let's go with Coup d'etat Guinea. It's about 2 or 3 weeks in it. ECHO has done tremendously well when it comes to negotiation. ECHO was a movie back and forth. Omo tries to Ombe Kame Tempest. They try to talk to the man. Say Omo release Alpha Conde. Omo yeah. Now I'm returning country get back to constitutional rule. But the military officers are also saying they no. Because that is what the citizens want. And it's clearly, I mean, you've observed it, you've watched it, you've heard it. How our citizens know. I'm welcome the military junta. Well, the first question I want to ask in regards to this, they say, ECOWAS for zeal or more they perceive or more they mounted pressure is it for their interest? Say and spread it on the West African sub-region. And yes, Arab Spring on dance or now we are you on that's now we are say. Is that what is happening? Is it for their self-interest? And now say indeed it's for the interest of member nation. And on the other hand, all mankas also treaty say more being engaging in the affairs of the other. But I didn't think that it be a coup, but they violate that protocol or that treaty. No. Easily, let's hear you on this. Hello. Kingsley.
Yes.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
you hear me now?
Yes, we can perfectly.
That is the benefit of WhatsApp. I mean, if the screen gets dark, the sound is gone.
It's okay. It's okay. It's perfect. No.
Okay.
Let me
Yes.
admit this. Now I'm fault. I'm turning studio. I'm turning my mics in now. Me presenting.
Okay. Mecha your phone now. That's it. In your preamble, no say ECOWAS has done extremely well, and I'm here scratching my head, wondering what has ECOWAS done that has been extremely well. And no, ECOWAS does not speak when there is coup. ECOWAS speaks when there is a coup against people that ECOWAS wants to be in power.
Okay.
Let me repeat myself.
Right,
ECOWAS does not speak generally against coups. ECOWAS only speaks when there is a coup against one of their colleagues that they like or they want. Period. Because in the particular case of Guinea, the person who did the first coup was Alpha Condé. What is the definition of coup? The definition of coup is toppling the constitution. Alpha Condé now changing constitution for it to fit him. Mind you, Alpha Condé was a young man who has been in Guinea politics for a very, very, very long time. Around 36 years now, Alpha Condé started speaking against older politicians, screaming about how the tenure of office was too long, speaking about how the national resources should be distributed among all Guineans for them to also benefit. Has been very vociferous, and for Alpha Condé to what do you mean,
yeah, perfect, Kingsley. Just go on with your submission.
All right. For Alpha Condé to be the one to change the constitution of Guinea, it was a miracle to many people. Now, when he did that, that was the coup. What did ECOWAS say? Nothing. Nothing. ECOWAS did not say anything. Because what happened with, again, unfortunately, I'm not sitting behind my papers. I will in a few minutes. What Alpha Condé did was that he lumped together a referendum. The referendum had, as part of it, changing the tenure of his office to having no ceiling and having no floor, so that he can rule as long as he likes. There is no beginning, there is no end to his rulership. And another thing that was in the referendum was the fact that he wanted spousal benefits for if you divorce with your spouse now. Both spouses will have equal rights in the marriage. He put in education for women, education for children, child protection, education for all, and in other words, he added 7 other items on the referendum that every human being on earth will be happy with. And so you are just supposed to go there and vote yes. And so they went there and they voted yes. And 89% of the Guinea population agreed to the referendum. But that referendum also had no ceiling for Alpha Condé's rulership. And that was the beginning of the problem. The same thing that has happened, and we have seen a coup over the continent. We've seen, of course, what happened to Robert Mugabe. We've seen what happened in Zambia. We've seen what happened in Mali. Of course, Mali guy, and this military junta, they were colleagues. They were all trained in France. And how did this guy, Mamadi, how did he become so powerful? Because Alpha Condé made him powerful. He is a member of Alpha Condé's clan. He picked him up, sent him to France. We saw that happen in Ghana in the past, where, for example, generalists did not send the Latte to go and train abroad. But when the Latte arrived in Ghana in 1981, generalists picked him up and said, formed a special unit, the 64th Battalion. It's the same thing that Mamadi did. And he had the battalions all over the country. For a country that did not have even regional ministers, Alpha Condé had leaders in every region in Guinea. So he was in charge of the country already. Alpha Condé was giving him more than enough money just so that he would continue to do his bidding. But the guy became so powerful. Now, how dare you, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who held elections and 7 people died? How dare you, Alassane Ouattara? Who is in rulership? Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's not even go to Alassane Ouattara. Hey, this guy, why? Where is his first deputy? Where is the guy, the military guy who was in charge of the country, Cote d'Ivoire, who was the one who led the forces to divide Cote d'Ivoire into two and pave way for Alassane Ouattara to come? Where is he? Is he not in Belgium? Is he in Belgium by his own volition? Today, Alassane Ouattara is the one to push democracy to the people of Guinea? No. The only reason why, mind you, Alpha Conde, by the time he was getting done with to the second term of office, he has already gone through five prime ministers, five vice presidents in Guinea. Indeed, one of them actually he appointed in January and then sacked the guy in December of 2010. So this guy has proved to be very, very in tune to the people of Guinea. Now, a coup has happened in Guinea. The people were jubilating. Everybody was jubilating, including Alpha Conde's own hometown. Everybody was jubilating. This was an opportunity for ECOWAS to have come and say, listen, this is what we have been warning you guys against. If you want to change the constitution in your country, this is what will happen. And it's unfortunate, but this is a coup against a coup, and a coup against a coup which is okay for the people of Guinea, we endorse. And this is one beautiful opportunity for ECOWAS to endorse a coup. Or shut up! Otherwise, they should have just shut up. How? A guy who did coup, nobody died, nobody got wounded. Peaceful transfer of power. Then you, Alassane Ouattara, who is killing people in the country like nobody's business, getting your own friends out of the country like I said, it matters not. You, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who is killing people to become a president. Killing people to become a president, then you have the guts to go to this guy and say that, please, give the power back to the guy. And I think that is not enough. Then it's okay, fine. If you will not give him power back, then release the Alpha Conde to get out of Guinea. Why will Alpha Conde be running out of Guinea? Did he build a house in Ghana? Did Alpha Conde build a house in Cote d'Ivoire? Where is he going to? Is his house not in Guinea? He has put in a good structure for the country, so that the judges will do their work well. Why will Alpha Conde not go to court in his country and then win his case? Why is he afraid? If Alpha Conde was going to be killed, he would have been killed a long time. He would have been killed already. They didn't kill him. He should just stay in his country and say the law. And right. Because all of these old men, my Alpha Conde came to power when he was 73. Because these old men are aware that because they have subverted the constitutions, because they have built very, very weak systems, he is scared for him. Because there are no systems in Guinea. Every little opportunity this guy had to build a system, he has broken it down. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the system that he would have built, Ghana police, Ghana military, said that it would have been to his benefit tomorrow, or to the benefit of the people of Ghana.
All right, Kingsley.
Broken them all down.
Kingsley, just a courtesy reminder. You are within your 4 minutes. You see, we are very time conscious here, based on prior conversation I may have in it. So you have 2 more to wrap up. Okay.
Okay. So indeed. Look, ECOWAS, they did not go there for the people of Guinea, for which ECOWAS was put together, by the way.
Right.
Not for one person. Not for one person. We all saw what happened in Cote d'Ivoire. Right. Laurent Gbagbo went to court. He has been in court. They went through the procedure and process. Till today, we are ongoing. Why? When Alassane Ouattara was kicked out of Cote d'Ivoire because of his citizenship, which was bad thing, by the way, the one person who stood in and fought for you, unfortunately, I don't remember his name of it, the one person who stood in and fought for you, Belgium is here, so many lives. Why? What is it? That this old man will not come and build a stronger system? Why wouldn't they just come and build a stronger country? So no, it's unfortunate that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will be championing this because, there is a saying that I've forgotten. They said, old bones is something to the old lady. Well, now that all of this is happening, why is it that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the committee report came a long time ago. They paid money to the wife. The wife refunded the money after 2 or 3 weeks of loud noise from the people of Ghana. Another said me the name, I will split on my money. I will drop my money. After any see following the sharp or say you have refunded with the money. That was good for the people of Ghana. For 200 something thousand Ghana cedis. Refunded to the trustees of Ghana. If the number still say he deserved that money, why won't he keep it? Huh? So Nim say the money he deserved it. Why won't he keep it? You see all of these things that is happening in our country.
All right, Kinsley, before I become mommy, Busa this question because I'm going to ask everybody. With this coup, no, 3 issues now, we address it to. Lastly, would you say we have our tendency to say a bit sparkle on the West African sub-region?
It has a tendency to sparkle in countries that management is happening like this. For example, Rwanda.
Okay.
Who bothers in Rwanda to go and do it? When everybody in Rwanda can see development growth. Until this guy died, Magufuli died in Tanzania. Who will be doing coup to him? Because the leaders are doing what the people want. And when you tell the people to tie their belt, doing it like this, the people will do it. Because they can see, say, you are not taking them for granted, you are not taking them for a ride, you are not just chopping, and we don't want to go to plane right now. So that will not. But when you are a leader who is doing the kind of things that Alpha Conde was doing, who is doing the kind of things that the Southern Valley Project was doing, then yes, it will happen. Right. And it's so interesting. Look, this year alone, between last year and this year, 14 coups in Africa. All
right, Kinsley, I understand.
What do you mean,
yeah, hold on for now. All right. Oh, Edusei. Hello, Edusei.
Yes, hello.
All right, Edusei, good evening once more. I'm welcoming you. I'm saying, you're the way nature I check across. You see, I didn't say, on the conversation in you have, we are all being time conscious. I'm just saying it to across board, and you say you as a person. So, Edusei, young call about Guinea coup. For the past 2 to 3 weeks, dear, Adia Obie Canono. I know, say, one city I see happen or honor. And me issue I may work with West African leaders, and it's almost say no one should interfere in member nation affairs. It is simple who Togo na who citizens are ECOWAS members be dean. Then coup happen here, no more drew. So the question I ask colleague and say, almost yes, sir, to their benefit now. Because the zeal as a leaders in show no. I just want to find out, say, yes, about and indeed, the West African sub-region interest, any citizens in interest in Ama yes, very quick am I. Then, lastly, the same question I asked Kinsley, do you believe, say, what tendencies say best spread on the West African sub-region? Kinsley, my very reasonable reason, or justifying was say. Countries bad management, between trigger coup d'etat. And there is let's see the good and the bad about this. And finally, now Donial Asan Watara or Mukoya, do you think say it give you any image and as it give you like you see when you are going to mediate issues, credibility becomes very important. As Nanado as ECOWAS chairman and his colleague Alassane Ouattara, was credibility to mediate this issue. Or another Army General Kenna Damboya just stubborn. Is he the one just being difficult? I say, is that what the case is? And I say, I'm going to no credibility. Let's hear you on this. All right. Now, other colleagues in the hold on. We'll get to them. All right.
Okay. That's it. Now, the first I about ECOWAS, no first. I don't really think that it really matters, or it mattered who went there. Okay. The ECOWAS itself is a useless organization. That's the first step. So whoever is leading it is wasting their time, or whoever thinks that the ECOWAS can do anything, wasting their time. I think they went there for a cosmetic purpose. Hey, ECOWAS, why and then I take the action across now. For me, what I was thinking is that maybe they should go in there and then patch because it's likely the one here will be. So that's it. One here, you better try you be yakun. And now they are be bad, the diabetes be bad, but ECOWAS Nankasano, the first confusion, if I want to take it on the lighter note, the first confusion is even in its name, right? The state, the economic community of the West African states. Uti state now, then you are tempted to ask the independent state and I say dependent state. Okay, and then the state no crown a state within the country out there because the influence is so small. And I say be a bona half region and maybe a Nigeria so you have another state bina yako Benin you have flower for na. Okay, I say no mooding class and like it's like a group no moody. There is because first of all no. You see, as I said, can provide the economic benefit for yourself, right? And no, it is something that you could have been doing, right? Nanki, who said the West African way, no, community block.
Yep.
You have so much power. And you know, Saturday and Guinea, why you cool, you know? What I said, the borders crown and move to Tumwa, and the pipeline being a more easy, and now the BB out there, you can put some amount of pressure on the government to listen to you. Now, at this point, no one here work as a call a money 100 million. I'm going to double 100 million. I say, what I say, and I echo as in the ball was 100 million. Now, fire economy. Now, past election, no crime, must on Koyano. I just almost time for fiscal for us. And you know, more echo as no Tampa, more coaches or money election. And because more, I mean, yes, echo as come say, money 200 million. I'm organizing election. Only another 300 million now, more farm building new constitution, more farm. What I say, I don't think ECOWAS went there to do that. So that's what I'm saying. The ECOWAS itself is a useless thing, and I won't even reduce it to Kufuado, any President Kufuado, any Ivorian president, because if there is shame, at least President Kufuado cried, and there's only on the second term. Ivorian president, no. What kind of Unyansa be pa na wo di be this negotiation. Esa ka uti fie baby bi na wo afre leader na ye tunu. Hey, me na wo dey dey ankoyo, me dey say what I say. You don't even have to come close to anything to negotiation. And a negotiation we need power there. You don't have economic power. Military power no cry mo. Usually what happens they say be a rebel be start here. No ma ko bo mu nua, no wa kwele rebel, no wa start na di pano so, no wa ye di ofe. If you know, you don't even have military power because okay, any so it's a useless place to begin with.
On the Mali, you know, almost threatening Mali. They didn't almost take any action. Well, no, similar one behind James when ECOWAS na weak akrano. But to me, I don't think it's an answer.
ECOWAS is weak because first of all, ECOWAS cannot interfere in the laws of the country. You know. Time and I am extending the third term. What could ECOWAS have done? Again, that is not defined. You get it. ECOWAS couldn't have gone to intervene in the country. ECOWAS couldn't have put sanctions on the country so that all in the third term. It's much nicer than what heard on why third term. ECOWAS didn't do anything. Now, third term now backfire. I mean, what kind of joke is this? So that's it. You know, for me, I think they are just doing something to represent something. And it doesn't even matter who is leading it. The community doesn't have any power. It can't do anything. That's the first thing I want to say. And as to the things spreading around in India, I doubt. Okay. Because usually, most of the places now, the people should be taken for granted to the most extreme. Okay. You know, Ghana say, BBC, somebody should be attempting to change the constitution and I say BBB and I say demonstrations here and cause and come only ship police. Then maybe out there. I say those are sort of things that can trigger some of these super actions,
Okay.
But unfortunately, right now Ghana for Ukraine, I don't see that kind of pressure, not yet, because there are still a good portion of the youth that still believe that this government is doing extremely well.
Okay.
Omukra full force and Sakura there are some people who think, can we be born in Krana? You want to make the government on purpose. Don't say that. Omukra or Honda.
But you see,
It's in
not necessarily.
now.
You see, when it comes to Kua, fine. When you get the support of the people, that is the aftermath now. And the OB to media solidified the existence of the coup no our stage. But what actually triggers coup no dey say factors a work room on injustice, economic mismanagement, corruption is annual manner, and the trigger coup d'etat.
And about it, I think they are smart enough to also know the kind of support they are going to get when they do it. Because some of them, the nipa no kra moawa, and a nipa na ma mejina wachia, unintimi holding on to the thing for long. So they are there. So you also need the people to. I'm not a military person, but I want to think that you are also going to look at things like how popular is the government of the day. All those things are factors that can push the coup. And the government of the day in Ghana, the record in the last election, so we are more it's around 45%.
Right.
So the fund say we're 50 no krana. It's around 45%, and that is the amount of people who think this government is doing what is good. So that automatically, Guinea Hona Kuna, the whole country, Emma fans. I can say it's at least more than 50% of the country support the people. So that, but Ghana as it stands now, technically, we don't even have that much of people who think that things are not going so well. So 5 years, they are still blaming the government of 5 years. They think that Ghana and a football team to be out on the team and will be a defender without even thinking about So for me, that is what I think that will may not let some of the things happen. And some of the West African countries also know.
Okay, yeah, because with that, I think I support this your point because just say
Mali ne Burkina, yes. Mali ne Burkina, because some
French country,
we are Muslims.
They are French.
Apart from French, almost I am Muslims predominantly.
Oh, okay.
And now some we are South Tuareg, South Fulani for no technically we are a little bit violent in nature. Because West African countries, they be any Togo. Demanding about this was still almost Nigerians could be experiencing West Obiaidi. Cameroon is practically seeing the same in Obiaidi. Then Congo no crowd anywhere out there. But these people, they are not too gentle. One there. But when it comes to so that is also what makes me think that because I'm sure could you work Radiana. Say the amount of Bufu and almost in Buan Focus, almost here no cyber. We Togo, they are Omkradi, Nimso Nigeria, we don't know, but Cameroon is still going through it. Congo so into no Sani or West Africa. Oshaya was here now by almost rock a crano. With a Honda Dabuya Guinea no more a little bit back at the northern part of the West. Or more tolerating Quasiasem Casita. All said Mali, Burkina, Guinea. That's rough on a Chad. Angle for Sudan. Or more meaning okay, or the area to Chad next to the most free West. But I mean, those kind of places, I don't think they are going to allow. So that's what I want to think. I don't think, as I say, a panic, but the government of the day should step up.
Okay.
Because we don't know, say, one of the demonstrations, the police will be on the bunk of one a better guy. And I say one of the demonstrations, and then they see the better guy, the people. We don't know. But
I believe that your points are well made. Thank you very much. Offer.
Yes,
sir. With him, it's been a while, but I am welcoming you back to the show. You're starting off with Guinea, dear. It's been almost 3 weeks. We'll get the intro. No? The engineer who know West African sub-region. I know, sir. The ECOWAS is actually there. Tonight this kind of maybe some so much into it, but I mean, getting into the questions. One, you see, Musa do my a best spread on the West African sub-region. Some of the ECOWAS members, leaders, including the president of ECOWAS, which is another Danko Akufo-Addo, was showed the zeal, to address the crisis in Guinea. But it seems Damboya is being too defiant. I say, Ubia can untie. So we want to find out, because of the credibility of Alhassan Ouattara and Anado, into military officer, and yes, and another assurance now when you're free masses and all. And finally, do you think there is something a bit Arab Spring, a best spread on the West African sub-region? Because recently, was it last week that it happened? Was it Sudan or Somalia? It was Sudan. Yes, Sudan, the BC or no, but it was a failed or attempted coup. Over, let's hear you on this. Some other colleagues in this also trying to get to the lines, and I will do that, okay? All right, Ofa, let's go. Yes, Ofa.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I know what happened. That explains. Okay. All right. Ofa.
Yeah, I think
Hello?
it's now.
Yes,
It's on now.
All right, I'm online, so mommy welcome back. Ofa, Yanko on the Guinea coup. The same questions I asked your colleagues, the same question I'm asking you. And please, let's be very mindful with the time because then here were a lot of topics.
Okay.
Let's go. All right.
All right. Brief snappy.
So that
With the coup, like you said, saying how they tour. If you look at it,
let's hear you.
Yeah.
about amount,
Now, we all set. Lord, Nana, Bassins, Nana, yes,
Okay.
but it should be all set. Let's go. Ofa.
okay, yeah. So if you look at it, it is something that you see. This man was able to change the constitution. Said he will be able to run for the third term. And let me give you a typical. What is even annoying me, cry is that Abacha. You see, the people that went there.
Yes.
Akufo-Addo is the ECOWAS chair, right?
Yes,
and
he's a
Alassane
chairman.
Ouattara.
Yeah. No,
He's
it's
the chairman of
Akufo-Addo.
the ECOWAS.
Akufo-Addo is a chairman.
Akufo-Addo is a chairman, right?
Yes.
ECOWAS chairman. And Ouattara, you know what? Just about 11 years ago, Alassane Ouattara was facing, you see, Gbagbo. When Gbagbo was in government, he did the same thing that Gbagbo was doing. And the whole African continent stood behind Alassane Ouattara. They are, oh no, what this man is doing, no. You lost the election, we kicked him out. You came in. Have you seen it? What is he doing now? Is he not making it to run the third term? You see, I don't understand what is actually going on in Africa. Have you seen it? Why is it that we have a constitution? When you come, you opposition, you are winning. When people have given you the chance to come and rule, you come, you are maneuvering, you want to change the constitution so that you run third and fourth time. What kind of leadership are we having in Africa? Are you getting it? And this Alassane Ouattara, he has the F-130, the audacity to go to Guinea and tell them that, what do you call it? Damboya, that he should release who? Or they should give back power to Alpha. You see, these are corrupt people. Me, I see no reason why they should even step in. They shouldn't have even allowed Akufo-Addo and this to step in Guinea at all. They have no business. Akufo-Addo, what is happening in Guinea, he has done it 20 times. The reason why Damboya said the coup in Guinea, Akufo-Addo in Ghana have done it 20 multiple times. It is even the Akufo-Addo's cap is full. Just as Ghanaians, we don't want this kind of coup again. Have you seen it? We don't. How can you be battling in the sky with taxpayers' money and you are still in power? For what? Are you getting it? Ghana, we should have stayed the coup long time, about 3 or 4 years ago. Because if you look at things that are happening, and the reason why for the coup in Guinea, Ghana have 100 times, have done that 100 times. And you, Akufo-Addo, you are going to tell them that they should allow him to come. Have you forgotten just 2020, 8 people died for you to become president? What kind of this thing is that?
Correct me. Figure, no, I don't mean to interject, but figure, is it 8 or 9? Because there's a conflicting issue.
It is 8.
Okay.
I think it's 8 and 9. But what I know is 8, but it could be 9. It could be even more. We didn't even see those two. Have you seen it? Because in your man, of course, the Abacha, too much. Have you seen it? You let make it 8. Yes, 9 crowd. They medium for 8 in this army. Abacha, 9. Mammy for 9. 9 people died for you to become president. How? It's election war, and let's look at our system of government under Akufo-Addo. Look at how he was able to manipulate the electoral process. We have 6 more seats that were held by the government and the EC that they will not give us open coalition, but declared winner for the sitting government. That seat is the sitting government that won it. We have never seen this in government before. Let me even go this way. Akufo-Addo is not the first, MPP government to rule Ghana. Even under the Fourth Republic, Kufuor was there. I keep on saying this. In 2000, Kufuor was in government. He ran from opposition to become president. So he didn't supervise election. Right now, 2004, Kufuor supervised election, right? He was the president, Abanjamebua.
Yes.
Did we see anywhere in the country all the seats that time named here need 275 seats, but we had about 200 or something.
Yeah.
Later, more seats were created. Did we see anywhere in any of the constituencies, constituencies where under Kufuor said they are not going to give us open coalition like what happened in Sechima South, Etika Dokitan, Seshuyu also, Zabzugu Tatale and stuff. Kufuor never did that. Open coalition, the one who won the seat. Today under Akufo-Addo, who dare you go and do open coalition? Even let me give you a typical example. Techima BBB before the Techima happened. One of the seats had not been Asiedun Ketia and them all went and recanted and the seat gave it to NDC. They would have added that one to EC declared the paper the seat for MPP. You remember the seat I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
I've just forgotten about the name. Before the Techima one, there was one also in the BA area there. That we saw that NDC won clearly. They said no. Until Asiedun Ketia they managed to maneuver before the 7th January and the thing was clear. They counted, NDC won. So what kind of government is this, Abacha? And you are the ECOWAS chair. Under your watch, this is what is happening. For 8 people to die for you to become president. This is more than what happened in Guinea, and that could happen. Have you seen it? And you are going to tell somebody that they should make this. When things are happening under you, people are dying for you to become president. You lost the election, go, you say, I won't go. Because I have to go 2 times at all costs. Let's give us open coalition and see whether you still be president. You say no, go to court. You went to court, you paraded your people, you put all the judges there are MPP, wearing MPP shirts. You put them there, anything you put before them, it's useless.
One plus.
Okay, yeah, I'm not okay. Let me come down. Okay, if you look at what went on in the court, we can say that the government is involved in it. For me, I will say it.
Okay.
It's not your word, it's my word. Okay. The government is involved in the sense that if you look at a whole chief justice, how can you tell me that 2012 we had the same court? Did you see the chief justice sitting on the case? But this chief justice, instead of him to hand over the case, he said he will sit on the case because he knows what he has planned already. Have you seen the whole thing now? Yeah. Where will you see this? Because he was appointed by the government, he has to, as soon as the chief justice is sitting on the case, what results do we expect in the country? It is exactly what they gave us. When they said this, no, it's all unanimous. 7. How? Even toddlers. What happened at the court? Even toddlers, when they sit down to think, they can see that there is something wrong with the court. There is something wrong with our judicial system. Of which everybody shut down. Nobody is talking. And Akufo-Addo, who is the ECOWAS chair, is happy to become president through this. What kind of madness is this going on in Africa? You, the ECOWAS chair, You saw this going on as a electoral dispute, and everything by the opposition is nonsense. And later they declare you 5, 1 + 1 is 2. The EC says 20. We said no, we don't agree, it's 5. We take it to court. The whole judges who said they are learners and they know more than everybody, they tell the whole Ghana people that 1 + 1 is 20 like the EC said. And you, the president, you are happy with it. Are you getting it? So in fact, let me go this way. What we are saying, what is going on is just madness. And it is going to go more countries. You see, people are just fed up, but just that they don't know how to come out with it. That's why I told you, like, I said, Premier Gao, Nepa Gao, Mela, Disney Gao, Senyata. First fool is not a fool, but the second one, that is what President Mahama, you see, I said that in the following way President Mahama said, do or die. Okay.
I remember very well. Premier Gao, Nepa Gao.
Premier Gao, Nepa Gao, Mela, Disney Gao, Senyata. First fool is never a fool, but the second fool, that he be fool. The following week Mahama said, do or die. And connected to that. Perfect.
Next week, before you break it, that was the last show. I can what's he going to say? What's he going to say?
Premier Gao, Nepa Gao, Mela, Disney Gao, Senyata. First fool is not a fool, but the second fool, naive fool. The following week, Mahama did do it. I said, "Me Canada," and no. Because I said, "No, we need the ever." I show be able.
I know.
At the end of the and the other 2 baby from.
Offer, let's do this. Let's do this before you wrap up, because we still have about 4 topics to run through all of them. We just want to catch the pace. Like, we want to be on a pace from next week going. Let's do this. Now, based on what happened in Guinea, to analysis, it's likely to between sparkle on the West African sub-region. Fine. Now, the question I want to ask today, okay, I'm saying Busa Kingsley, so don't you think Guinea the end should be the end of it, but rather should not emanating a lesson to those in democratic institutions or governmental agencies? Because one will say the guy, all judicial officers, was easy to be our passport, nobody is traveling. What you in our public cars? Because I say judiciary in a city down, man need to be a constitution. This is what Damboya is saying. Only military junta, board. This is clearly what they are saying. So now they are calling for accountability on the public officials. So don't you think, African or West African countries, leaders near the power show for adjudication and for administering of executive orders, go by code of conduct.
That's perfectly. And I will share. They are not making as someone working the judiciary now. Is it not the judiciary who was bringing war into Ghana recently in 2020? The reason why we are at Mahama, we say it's not only Mahama, the whole country is do or die. Because the judiciary now, they don't exist. But also, they don't exist in Ghana, and they are not ready to work for the country. So what they say, 2020 petition now, clear said the judiciary they are not there to work for the country. They are there to work for their paymasters. Those who appointed them, they will, no matter what. The whole country, the red. Uncle yes, that's why they are coming. At the end of white, red. Yes, it's fine. And I'm kind of Premier Gao, Nepa Gao. La deuxième Gao, second one. I think I don't cry and focus one man you say about and then white and
let's end it there.
This is what is going to happen. All the people there, about the problem. The problem is that all the leaders who want to be corrupt and whatever amass wealth for their families. When they come out, they look at those important institutions, like the judiciary, like the EC. The same thing was happening in Togo. That is why Yadema was able to rule for a very long time.
Yes.
Yadema, when the election came out, the young Ukraine declared the winner already. So who can go there? Because the EC was appointed by Yadema.
But one thing I was very surprised about the reaction of Ghanaians. Yes. It's like they were so happy that the coup has happened.
Yes. They are happy because when they are almost time bombs. Ghana, there's almost Ghana for Nyanaka, Damboya or Ghana.
All right, Alpha, let's end it there. Lord, my welcome on my first topic, you know. Lord, let's say hello.
Yeah, hello.
Lord, we the first foremost, I apologize. It's almost 11 p.m. in Ghana, but anyway, you decided to be with us. We really appreciate. Unim, you Guinea, I didn't the remaining 4 topics in the movie. Why? Pacho, I know some of the whole Ghana, I mean, yeah, some of us we watch it from afar. We also observe it from afar. Most reactions or the reports that came, they said most Ghanaians were jubilating based on coup d'etat and issue of Guinea. What has gone wrong? Secondly, do you think that Nana Alassane Ouattara are called Guinea? A credibility issue into the Madam Boya snobby omanana. Thirdly, is it possible say between spark on the West African region, like what happened in the northern part of Africa? Sa Arab Spring in the sea. But questions you have mama
First of all, I have to apologize for being late.
I understand. It's okay.
I was held up somewhere in Mosanko doing yeah. But back to that topic.
Sure.
The Guinea situation. It was the kind of thing. It was bound to happen.
Oh, okay.
It was bound to happen. I mean, how are some of our leaders, some of our leaders, almost now the kind of thing. Almost now so normal changing constitutions to fit a kind of thing on my way.
Benefits.
Yes, Rwanda. Some of the countries have actually done it. Uganda, and they were not. I mean, they didn't have little people that were that strong to overthrow the gap. I'm not condoning that. Let me say this emphatically. I don't condone that. Neither do I condone people that try to change the constitution to fit for them to stay in power for long. This situation, yeah, my dream how you know, I did this here. I was all dream there. It's here. A man for phobia yet started, and dream who say colonial something, and I say binum greediness.
Okay.
Some who bet na akonya so I akonya so yes almost na so I the fact almost na akonya so if ya the economy I said na the photo see the Guinea situation there your omoye again I cannot condone it, but it was bound to happen, and most of us are very, very happy that it happened. We are very, very that it happened. It serves as something to for other countries, and apparently it's not something that Mali has had its school. Burkina, I mean, so I don't know. Within the West African sub-region, what is happening. If ECOWAS is truly an institution, my main problem is with ECOWAS.
Right.
If it's an institution that, I mean, anybody is to respect. Because if ECOWAS was there, I don't even see why they cut them. And now Akufo-Addo sees himself as a chairman. They failed. They failed completely. What's nasty? Emade honesty. SCA no na. Baba but what's the essence of ECOWAS? We're having this conversation that it's been trading between Ghana and Togo, trading between Ghana and Nigeria. There's some serious headaches. you can't just trade between Ghana and ordinary Togo the right way. So, also trading with Nigeria or Togo, you have to do it illegally. Go pay money to the customs and the border and stuff to be able to go. So, the legal way, the hurdles that you have to cross. When you're into me, how much more government ECOWAS me a year? I can't be about how I'll be able to it. He said the all kind Cote d'Ivoire anyway, the name you kind of say the name boy deal, say the name star deal. Who would you choose air court in our for it?
Alhassan Ouattara.
Anytime you born, you think cry. Oh, like you get saying, you know, get saying how you go follow. Say you are going a banner will be a person. So I mean, the ECOWAS system, I think it should be stripped away, or we have to make sure that that institution actually it actually stands for something. They are actually working, so that coup happens and this person gets into a plane and whatever. I mean, they make you. I mean, I don't know. Do you know the reason why Nanado and Ouattara and since one of the reasons why they went there? One of the reasons was to, I mean, allow them to take the guy, the Conde guy, out of the country, so that I mean, you think about it, and it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And with the Arab Spring situation that you were talking of, hello?
Yeah, Lord, you are still on.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, it's going to me, it's going to be very, very hard for it to happen in the sub-Saharan Africa, because some of us are speaking English and some of us are speaking French. The French people has their own issues with regards to France and how France treats them. I mean, that's also for another day.
Sure.
Because I mean, I feel the French people and their issues are quite very, very different from the Anglophone people issues. That's how I see it. So for the Arab Spring thing to happen here, maybe it can happen amongst the French. They should really fight for their freedoms and stuff, because it's not actually their president that are actually good. It's France, most of them. So they should actually start, and then maybe the Anglophones, the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians and the Nigerians, yeah, to know that, and it's now my, I mean, Nanado, the Buya Kwapia, they can't actually say the oil and yet, there, they will claim a man Liberia president. Now, they will be patching, yeah.
Lord, I'm saying, and we have 4 topic into the best one. You drew our my detail. I'm saying it's almost 11 in Ghana. 11. It's like 30 minutes past 11. You hold you so much. When jump quick into the security issues in Ghana. I'm saying, Asem no. I didn't so because I had a jinsem. But first off, you started with your police now. Okay, let's do this.
Yes, started with the police.
Yes, Lord, we can start you from there because we were Ghana idea boy. But let's begin from you. Insecurity adults in Ghana. And let me research about 303 reported cases. 306 were murder cases. Out of that, now for the past week, I didn't hear daylight robbery. Ghana, that is very unfortunate. Last government in Kakra, not Tema area on a by. But after 2017, the SCC insecurity adults on Ghana to do. A bit more person, or it blame me say, Galam saying you good unemployment in air courses are no my way. It means our vigilantes now, political parties no etitino. Omo ankasa they end up more gun training, you almost end up omu niska. Now if you guns and your mama dem are no more they terrorize citizens, you know. Now I listen to this security aspect. It's called Mr. Enin from Kofi Annan Center. No, only episode they say, so visibility policing, no. Oh, any PC. Is it this morning? Ofori, PC, DSP Ofori, like I say, you are bringing the visibility police. Now, when this time maybe for you from somebody and about back. But let's go into this. This is what Enin is saying. Enin person say. Insecurity no Ghana na ebe through more and send a police for not to me control it. For reasons of mine, to me were very justifiable. Opposite about say, it be no more Ghana as a nation and you invest so much into investigations. We've not put so much money to support the police in terms of logistics, equipment. But when who said Dampare strategies now we're putting is going to work, but it's a question of passage of time. Into for immediate idea, because said but afterwards no, and your mother form kakra. This is the assurance or the moms and you're bad because no only say all confidence in Dampare no. Also says strategies are Dampare put into place, you know, from security perspective, no, or idea about a work is going to work. So you need that assurance no Ghana police. Now, those almost Ghanaians are also saying, some of them are saying, it's a police for no crowd. How many armed robbers in there? Yes, sir. Unim. More Ghana when I was growing up, the only unit or institution I want to make criticize how many police. Because you don't want them to be your enemy. That's what I mean. I don't know. Now, most people are saying there's a public reaction or more because the police for the armed robbers in be sad, yeah. Almost starting no investigating, almost satisfied within the police and so. So, I think every Ghanaian is afraid. Insecurity is a door to do. But here, that issue about age, you know, meaning analysis and microphone be here. Also, say more share the security architecture of Ghana, okay? My current IGP there, which is Mr. Dampare, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare. He's very young and energetic. Obienu na juma awye. But so we know that's a call the interior minister, yeah, which is Ambrose area. He's a bit old. A lot of them are saying the age a play factor to the security situations in Ghana. No? Now, so we share, even though Nitiru is also very young, but the argument under the defense and go for make it where Nitiru is concerned. No? And he said, Nitiru too young or need experience beyond this defense. So. Because in a normal circumstance, internal security in a GHANA, what they do is that they call backup from the military to assist them, especially on the highway patrol and some of the combative areas. You know, say and that's just in the BEM. Need to record now. They think say he's not seeing that. The only thing I want to say why yes so publicly. I know say bad news is spreading good news. Hey, we deploy it to the Parliament House, and also there was some denial. Any military officer you see or more during the election 2020. Now, young national security. Some are also saying that there's this man called Kandapa. Kandapa, the security situation in the country, that's a agent. Putting so much strategies in place to curb it. You crime winning your mayor. Some are also alluding to the fact that age can. I may not side so much with him, but also as a national security, no. Coordinating information from both the defense and the interior. Then under the National Security Council, now president in the chair, normal advisor president, this is what, this is that. If I want to find out indications in your America, now finally, there's this man, him say, Bibrain Nimno. Or no, my friend Mr. Mafo. Mr. Mafo, so when I there, he's a bit old. That argument no more here about age, you know. Him say a bit to me a play role. He's also our national security. in charge of operations or all. You know, Lord, my young the causes in here more insecurity and akosrosa. Now, what is the police doing and how is the public reacting? So with a very snappy trim, we are offer Kingsley, then you got 3 topics in the
With regards to the insecurities, the causes the because I tried to remember that in 2014 I went to Badlabugu, Mali.
Okay.
Yes, Mali. On my return, when we were coming back, I had to join the bus. So the bus that I joined, the bus wasn't full. We were there, then somebody came that we should go. So on our return back to Ghana, somewhere, the driver stopped. The people that joined, like you can see that they were instead like they had guns and stuff, and then they joined us. And I mean, how I don't know what was going on. Like we were all shocked, but they joined us through from Mali to Burkina. When we got to Ghana, Hamale there, our border there, the driver stopped. They got out. We crossed the border. I don't know who took them, but somebody was leading them. And then after the border, they came. The bus stopped again for these people to join. By almost after 6 months, and almost in a 60 years, it dreams that the bus driver is a Ghanaian. And he knew these people, and then they like took money to bring in these people that had guns with them in the past. You understand? So, I mean, when you think about it, these people that migrate from that place to enter Ghana, these are people that, they carry guns. They've been using guns. I don't know. I'm talking of the Burkina one. I don't know what is happening in Togo. I mean, our border in Togo, what is happening in our border in Ivory Coast and stuff. Understand? Sometimes we bring certain things to ourselves. I can't tell the number of foreigners amongst the people that are doing all these things, but from my common knowledge, I don't see Ghanaians as people that are bold enough to be, carrying guns and stuff. Majority are influenced by foreign nationals that actually can or have done those kind of stuff. Majority. And then now that people are supposed to be even scared because there are CCTV cameras. Like right now, everywhere that you go, there are CCTV cameras. And yet these people are bold enough to carry guns. I saw two on the motorway in some jackets and things. You understand? And they passed there right in front of the there's a police station over there. And the police were there. It's not like the police weren't there. But I don't know if they were scared or whatever. These people just passed like every logical person that can see that these people going are criminals.
Yeah, that's very suspicious.
But I don't know if there are certain people that you can confront and there are certain people that you can't confront. They passed in front of the police, and I don't know whatever they went to do. You can see. I mean, me there, when I saw them going, I knew that these people were going for operation. I don't know if it was my mind or I was a prophet. I kind of knew. I felt it. and it's going on, and we are here. And we are saying that we have security, this, national security, that, what the, there is security, and you cannot talk about it. These are the people that are going to protect you during elections, because you arrest them. I mean, over sorry, or you election time in here, like in here, no. So, baby, take it and steal ballots or do whatever. So you cannot take certain people. You see the people that kidnap the Canadians. So now, also case now, stupid. The people will find their way out, and these things will continue to happen. So, with our insecurity there, I don't know. We pray that Dampare, his policies and people like Kofi Boache, the master guy, would be enhanced more so that they can fight this menace. Most of it is our own creation.
Oh, okay.
Most of it.
All right, Lord. I mean, thanks for sharing your personal experience with us. Let's do this. Kingsley. Over.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. Kingsley, insecurity, no. So to me, the 1 minute cry, mommy, I'll really appreciate, because there were 3 more topics in your end. Right? Insecurity. Yeah. Because when you say, oh, family or Ghana, what to be? I mean, and then me research, me report, no, to say the air cost the AI too much.
The insecurity, they're saying in Ghana, I go to Ghana 3 times every year. So it's a scary situation. Basic economics, actually, you're saying, demand is high now, supply is high now. Say, prices begin to increase, supply also begin to increase. My point is that crime has become very attractive in all spheres. People are slaving, working so hard and earning literally nothing. But if I can work so hard in a year and still get nothing, but I can just take a gun and try and get my way to someone who has just gone to the bank or jump into their car and make 50,000, 20,000 Ghana cedis. Why not? It has become so attractive. And the point of saying, one of the reasons it's become very attractive is that from the beginning of Ronaldo's rulership, we've seen armed robbers attack the court in Kumasi in the name that they are MPP members. And they got nothing. Nothing happened to them. We saw the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council member wiped out of office by this invisible for forces, many of them criminals. Nothing happened to them. These guys have gone on and on and on. And they become so emboldened. Under the MPP, it has always been so, by the way, that crime increases very, very fast. But this one, we've seen even with a project, going to people's houses, attacking them. Nothing happened to them. You see, so far as, so long as, let me speak racism. But when were they so bold? When did racism become so bolden? It was another last president, because he gave racism the tools to work. Until we saw it everywhere, even though it has always been there in native people. Those people who were doing that were not born yesterday. So criminals may be there, but the way you run the country, shut them up or keep them in their corners, because they know, they will be arrested. My brother who was talking and mentioned, CCTV cameras is everywhere. For what? What are you doing? If you take the CCTV camera and recording to a policeman in Ghana, what can he do with it? We don't have that. That is one of the things Jaman Mahama was doing, was building a data center, which he finished Accra, and then the Kumasi one was about done, and then the integration will be done, so that it begin to upload Ghanaian faces all over, from their passport pictures, from the ID cards and the license office, bring it all together so that we use facial recognition to find some of these people. And so that is done, finding someone. No, give us thing, and we don't use it for anything. Some of these police officers, why? I've been to see in a password with some of these police people, so many things happening like that. My point is that, before I break it to a call, very, very quick. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo have made crime very attractive. He has made stealing from the coffers of the people of Ghana very attractive. Many people feel politicians are stealing from the people. So if they also join and steal from the people, there is nothing wrong with it. The police have become so useless because, I mean, can you imagine? Hey, look, the IBP is not smart. Somebody like Acheampong, you insult the court openly on radio. Insult court, insult the judges. Allow the guy to go to court, and let the court just throw words in front of him. Be careful. Don't be careful. You are an MP, so this is your first and last. At least let them even pretend. But with impunity, they use power to make sure that Acheampong never goes to court. Why? Who do you think you are killing? Who do you think you are destroying? You are destroying the nation. You are destroying the people of Ghana. We still 1 minute, so I will pause. For a minute.
All right, Kinsey, thank you very much. Offer.
Yes, sir.
All right, offer. Only the Kinsey here. So to me, better than that, cry. We appreciate. Why? Near Canada, plane.
2 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. For the insecurity.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. With the insecurity, the MP, I can't want to several times. Maybe I'll make it just as happy for you.
Okay.
With the insecurity, we all know and we can say that before 2017, insecurity wasn't like this in Ghana. I'm not saying it was 100% under the NDC and Mahama. But if you want to just suppose what is happening now from 2017 up to now, and then that time of 2012 up to 2016, you can see a vast difference. Have you seen it? And the whole thing of insecurity becoming rampant and ubiquitous now in the country is because of the government, Akufo-Addo. Everything supporting the bottom. Why? One thing is that the leadership style of Akufo-Addo is what is breeding all these things. He's using two types of leadership, autocracy and laissez-faire. Autocracy is when he decides to do anything. At times, the idea especially when corruption is there, Ghana now who say idea say that or say, oh, there be you say when you do that, people get annoyed. With the and now with the laissez-faire type of leadership, leadership here, they say, you do it with impunity, like Kingsley was saying. Now we show what is going on. That is what is going on. That is why they beat Nanka Bruce. It started from there. And then the infiltration of the invisible forces into the national security. People should come out. Oh, me and Abacha, me and national security. No, I give or you badge upon the table to fight. But now they bought table, so I tell compulsory national security. Then or the Ube want to know what Taki Obi Taki Obi or Babia of the plaster house with the badge of national security. But that is not the duty of them. Yes, is to gather intelligence for the nation. Today, acquire the contrary, rather. The national security is rather showing up. I am macho, let me now bow, let me say. That is the work of the national security now in Ghana. Now, robbery. So, if you look at it, the reason why insecurity is increasing so much under this government, it is we are certain things. The president look, you would just I don't know. You are concerned. It is something he has to address it. But since he knows that he knows something about it, you will just look unconcerned about the whole thing. And something that is national, something that the whole country needs to, you have to address it for everybody to see. That president now is silent. And I say silence means what? Concern. It's in the air force which in our own movie. And yes, why won't you address it? Nanka Bruce, Yabuno, Yankashe, national security party, Yabuno, a bit to me court, Echo Boo, Omudipa, Emma God, a judge, and name Edgin Son, and also Yancy wants them up to now. Kennedy at Japan, why did you judge this Quatamanka, S.S. Sanchino?
No.
Because of law.
Over. Wait a minute, we learn from each other. Kennedy issue, from memory checks and my report, all my adjudicated case, it's a public money. I see a man of warning. To my trial.
Yeah, he was warned.
Yeah, all my trial.
But they should have, okay, they just warned him that if we were to be other people, you can imagine what they would have done to them. And if they are just giving And you know, Mammy, is not Minka. I can't be there.
Fire me by 1 second. Oh, yeah, one. They want him where, Abacha?
Kingsley, when we put a claim out, so also dispute claim now. Don't do assumption. Would also here will check. With Obia, Kingsley.
I was asking, who you want to
Ghana, GSEC,
in his house.
Kingsley, you want to listen? They have already won. That's what the case has already been. Oh my USI case in the contempt case, and you know you can answer me.
Yes.
Yes, only judge. No,
Why?
they've warned him. They've given him a warning. You're my track case.
Where? In his house?
Kingsley, let me check.
They went to his house. He never went to court.
He never went to court.
So let us be clear on that.
Kingsley.
They took the money to his house.
Kingsley. Put it up next week. Whilst I about public next week, there will be a year Jumo Ghana judicial service. Nebusan say on records on a Kennedy contempt case. Is it an open case? And I said the case has already been adjudicated. Obeka just has been adjudicated, and the judgment they came out with, Mr. Kennedy has been won. Yeah, I'm finding him. He has been won. So our case in a dead case. Of I was trying to portray say good case, and I'm telling you, say I'm giving a warning. Who the Oko find out then to say Brahane Babe issue counter to the statement I'm making. I'm not here to defend anyone.
All right.
I'm telling you what my chest.
I was clear. The point where I appeared in court, the judges never did anything to me. Period.
Okay, but what I'm telling you.
Let me.
All right, go ahead.
Mommy, continue because we tell our mommy I can't bear 1 minute pen that. If you look at it like I was trying to give you instances, Abacha, these are all the causes of this kind of insecurity in the country. Because everybody can do anything and go scot-free. That is the laissez-faire type of governance that Akufo-Addo is exhibiting. When you become a laissez-faire, you don't care. Everybody can do anything. That is the meaning, laissez-faire. Let everybody do whatever they want with impunity. And that is what is going on. National security, I'm gather intelligence, I'm on mine. Show budget. So they are all fine. Yeah, national security. Who are big, no, so what kind of national security is that? Before, it wasn't like that. And then unemployment situation, Abacha. This government, instead of, every government buy and see about a creative job. Fine, Ubana, it was one of your main topic to create jobs. But over here, Abacha, look at the number of jobs that were put. Look at the banks that he collapsed. Look at the and loans. Look at the other jobs. A lot of them. People have gone home with their family and they don't have Obia out on the last car. I'm on in the Iranian embassy. Abacha then obey you. Somebody who is a degree holder. To the sense university or to on the name in the car back on the car was the final one. About your own identity. It can go into our robbery. What they are saying? In the unemployment situation, which is in ascendancy, it's also one of the main key causes of what? Insecurity in the country now. Because of the accommodation, when you will be
yes.
Like all these things, and are the main cause infiltrating of the invisible forces into all the national the security agencies. Now, there were two types of security agencies. So the improvised one and then the real security men. Military, the real military and then the improvised military.
It should be corrected. In as much as a political parties, but it doesn't help the nation as a whole. Because
you saw this one, until we can correct this, unless we have change of government, and just I ain't need corrected that because it's still ongoing. What they are saying. And nothing again for 2020, they went for a change. 7th December was for a change and nothing else. And the change did happen. But because of the system that have been put in place by the sitting government, we were not able to do that. Change was not able to come into reality. But anything America said, 2024, you do or die. So what they are saying? If you look at it now, Abacha, insecurity, it is just rampant and ubiquitous under this government. You cannot just suppose it to that of Mahama. Who just suppose it? Mahama time now. Yes, here in Frano. Ghana for that one. Because who Philip go back who talk. What you say? And now, yeah, you don't even know whether you be coming back. You see, I remember I told you once here on this platform there. Gradually, Ghana is becoming like South Africa during the apartheid regime. Nightfall in Soweto. Nightfall. As soon as South Africans see night falling, it's a deadly thing for them. Because what is going to happen? And yes, it is so dear. And so your weapon be so to come. And then I'll be defending. That is what is happening in Ghana now. It's just like the apartheid regime in South Africa. So what you say? As a result of bad governance, autocracy and laissez-faire, with impunity. That is the causes of this kind of security as a man.
Now, finally, don't you also think people in places, your position on failure, especially interior minister, because IGP they saw by and it wouldn't mean factor so much.
Yeah, with the interior minister and all that stuff, that is what I'm saying. When they are also the same, the government is in power, they are all in government and they liaise with the central. Is the president working? They work with the president. And whatever is going on, the president, they also like it. Though they see it's not good, but they will like it because it's their government and they are getting authority from him. What they are saying. And so many says, but maybe that is their leadership style. Because what we saw in 2020, they are the very people they used to kill and hold you on power. If the other interior minister that can want them, what they are saying. That is it. So we are looking at Dampari, see what they do. But defense minister there, interior minister, national security coordinator, national what, and Abacha. And yet, is it not so this thing that under this government, we have security agencies operate, there will be more than 20 under security alone. This should have given us the best ever under the Fourth Republic. But Abacha, can we say that? It's rather the worst ever. Your national security coordinator, Kendapa, your Acheampong, your Inti, your Baku the President, Interior Minister, Ambrose Derry, right? Ambrose Derry is there. Look at all these men that I'm mentioning. Under their watch, we have the worst ever kind of security in our country. Why is it so?
All right, let's do this. Ofa, let's hold it. Let's hold it for now. Adusei. Yes, Adusei.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, and the security issue ni my why. Ni enko nanado issue no.
Okay, so security issue no. Ghana security no there. I think over the period, progressively, cost of, and there are other things that I will share to say. Some of these party people now, Delta forces. I want to put those ones and let's put of indiscipline and party put to their misbehaving. But what is really happening in the country? Your party vigilante, the kind of economy coupled with COVID, no, right now, no be a hotel. So the advanced information, it's easy to commit the crime. What I say, more information about how to do it and get away with it. They say, sophisticated because the same method now they check for 10 years ago. It might still be the same that we have right now.
Okay.
But over the period, that's not where you go. So what the government of today, and it can be any government, should also try to keep up. Okay. Right now, I had to say a conforming in Ghana food by a kata. And on most say in need, and I never Ghana for crime that most people, you need to do those kind of say a conference was tuning or my who have to do crowding. And then most people also don't even have the means to intervene. But they are say only the private hand there who say the need cost or which near be intervene. And I say so I think that as a security, instead of politicizing there's right now no crime no advance. Into the see who say it's one I making sure say more and more private residences more registered in America because there's going to be a response time. And by that response time, we still have the abrogation of our family at least go back here, the best care will be at some. And also, I want to think that say I really near my way instead of trying to fix it is also going to be on the defense and it's going to be over time, oh yeah, then I'm a time here, then I'm just a practice. You end up with to be politician.
Okay, what do you say?
I also think that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh-huh.
The security issues there, you see, are politicizing, but truth be told, and the NDC time, no more to be a friend of visibility policing. But I don't understand why I say and Ambrose Derry the strategy.
Right now, I can tell you, say, Saudi and Oho, but still, no, the things are getting sophisticated. Maybe say they were far more.
Oh, okay.
What I say. And I get a report that at least that kind of the police pass at least once a week. And I will be acquiring a crop in the power. It's good, it's an improvement. The rules in all that there. So at least I also that's one thing that I confirm crime right now, no, next time will be a mobile phone. Obviously, you track him on what do her and strike you or how to. I'm also thinking that it's about time, apart from visibility now, Casano. They say you work community policing, you know, and
police,
it can also create employment.
Yes.
What they are saying, there are a lot of people in the community who don't even have work. There are some people in the community who have resources that they can donate. It's more community make me employ more. What they are saying, you may be an boy is your money, they can patrol. What training or will be they know how to deal with such a situation. Or more communication gadgets, or more be every month be household be you can pay something. Hey, the you get it because you know when that person comes, he doesn't care whose government is there and he doesn't care who you are. What they are saying, you might end up losing your party playing the blame game. So for me, that is what losing your family or your loved one. For me, what I think is that if the government is also not doing something, I think the community is also set up. So that there's our communal labor, we should also do the communal police, community watchdog. So that the area who are number is no drive around the community. So suspicious activity there, we can question it. You know, and also you think about the number of communities all over the place. That's only more community policing. That's making sure that you're vigilante and you will be able to be back. The Bema bonus state and I just say, which will be no more bonus. Okay, you know, we can do this. Not yeah. I think that Adoprano can sustain a little bit of some of these unemployment in the community. But at the end, I also a component next. You know, one, well, yeah, a component more in and I can tell you, sir, there are places that me matna area wadia what I say in the those times area wadia koka you don't come from Washington not from Washington actually the operation we of course on this night group of people in the year and cover at this time so that say na yeah heard the better over no more the idea no so about okay so car can farmer with police is there you know so again the community can help ourselves to protect ourselves. What I say, without leaving everything to government, yeah, they say free education, who you obey, and that thing is so done. And you know, so over complaining, because no protection. He doesn't care about the okay. And on top of it, no so I kind of last 3 years, no. Someone said that yeah, we don't know where these armed robbers are going to strike within the next day. You know, I think it's about time to say proactive rather than always in a way and a way because when I hear any day, armed robbers either heard there be a woman, a car engineer, papa. Now, for a moment, to also easy to get, at least for some of these well-to-do people. No, more so no, employ nipa kakra. What I say, at least if you are going for this amount of money, how much is it going to cost you to at least employ security of 2,000 Ghana? You get it. You put money back in the community, you make everybody happy. What I say, I'm Robert here, in some jurisdiction, no, on 2,000, no more do what you have. One said it doesn't cost so much. And then also, and you're maybe to say digitizing our currency. What I say, you don't walk around with that much of money. What I say, somebody should start thinking. Yeah, IT media. I won't want to speak about it, but they are also trying to put something out there that can help some of these things. So that it's a big money now, no transferable phone. And now, so to say, now, who could do her, what can transfer? Everything into the choa. Because most of these things, they follow them, they see them cashing the money, and then you are just an easy prey. Would you a chair or help baby, you good? And that's what wash off. So that then if you are going to cash some money, try to share it. Yeah, no digital. Don't carry so much money with you and then anyway, who said the community security member. I think that's what I want to say about
it. I just say educate a crabby on digital transfers. No, right?
So I'm thinking right now, no, operability prime. So we should have a situation where immediately you need some money, your bank should give you some application where you can easily transfer the money to or something. Or even your bank should give you an application where you can easily transfer to the person's bank. What they are saying. It doesn't involve much technology. It involves just bank way or then the API available. So we are Barclays Bank. This is how to transfer money from the bank. So this is how you can use UBA. This is how you can use it. Yeah, you see, some of these things, no, they are simple things that you can say, what connect to Momo to bank account. And I say, you can take it from the Momo, 1,500. Anyway, what I say, you can all start those kind of things. Digital currency. For me, what I'm thinking is a digital wallet so that you can purchase something that looks like money. And then you can walk around with it. And anywhere you can purchase something. And anybody who takes that thing can convert it back to money anytime they want, wherever they are. You get it? So I believe that remember time we not perform. Because banks no cry and you be bank use mobile app. And sometimes you wonder, because banks, why do you even employ so many people over the period? More pensions, insurance, security. And then when people can just use an application and there can just be 2 or 3 people in the bank just attend to customer service. One said that somebody too might think, okay, yeah, but you like so let's because there will be some need for people from other parts of the job that needs to be done. So that for me, that is what I think we should be going to. So that you say your digitization, a proper virtual address and their football drone, if you want to download PDF passport, almost easy to download passport for the digitization. Amount for any if you say digitization, my example, say passport for Nanka post office. You say me down. What are you telling me? I don't know. What's that idea?
Gotcha.
And no, so that our security can improve. Because maybe we don't have money to buy police vehicles, but writing the software costs less. We don't have money to buy bulletproofs and other guns and those things following us. But you can write a simple application that can take some time.
All right,
And
yeah,
then
let's do this. Let me say, yeah, right now we are left with just 6 minutes. Okay, so guys, let's do this. Yeah, in the program, yeah, in the topic we need to Kingsley. Hello, Kingsley.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, Kingsley, Mr. Winchester are very snap. Yanko, see, I see a year hopes now. The MOD as the last topic. Yeah, and then after next week, no money now started because we were away for a while. Now here, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for the first time, see a bekaya, and no cocoa renty plane. And a public in the Kasaya, but interestingly, him say a public in a reaction and get it so much to him. Because meaning some movie bring Mukaya, Yenya, Nitiru, a man Babonte, a brave, very cogent defense. I say, presidential jet, not convenient. No president can even shower in it, according to Nitiru. Because of that, first time I say president according private jet, him say Ghana for who said none argument here was very cogent or very reasonable, justifiable. And to me, like encourage the president, And now to also advance. Now if you coco rente one another private jet for the second time, or call Germany, any. And then images are display. You could see certainly a very high standard. And see what and also by public nikasapa. And our by US, yeah, so after ECOWAS, or US, crime say, or by UN, be deliver a speech. That plane, most people are saying, no one to mean Tracy. It seems that they attended what we call, you're attending of what we call the transpondent, Mostly, and detective planes, say, and it gives traceability. And also, now they are saying the president advance, or rented the one that was much expensive than the first and the second. This is the third one. But display inside, our your Facebook page is here. So Kingsley, is it because of public opinion is weak? And now say institutional leadership, and a failure like a Christian council, the Council of State, or Moka. Now so over partisan level, so MPP national executive, MPP adversary bodies now, any into president Nefuana. On the other hand, someone saying that these actions are excessive abuse of power and unnecessary mismanagement of state and resources. Because you're playing him saying almost upon we are you see it. And upon you guys say cherish. Okay, it was I didn't hear the quote exactly from him, but these were the comments that we should be proud with what we have. Now Ghanaians are saying that another provocative act. Washada Eshagana for Bufu, no be to a bina to now that said there's a change of government bar. Now I'm calling for accountability. Is that what is happening? Because you have some money in the tenure of office. Kingsley, let's hear you on this.
All right, Minati. Quickly, to be straight, nobody in the entity can advise the MPP, the Janado Danko. Will be almost that one there. It's not, and there is nobody to advise him. They can do it. More importantly, Nana Danko, from the inception of his term of office, he has decided that everything that he said, is biased. I mean, we've come to realize most of the speech were plagiarized. So none of them did he mean. Even on the day of his installation, Oka said citizens and not be spectators. But when people chose to become citizens, they quickly and people. And Nana Akufo-Addo has shown to the people of Ghana that he, even though there are videos who say that he will protect public purse, that is not what he meant to say. In fact, he actually wanted to say, I will defeat the public purpose. And he is determined to do that, and he will do that to the latter. Now, what Dominic Nitterwood came to do in Parliament did not affect in any way, shape, or form the how do you call it? The anger of the people of Ghana. It did not. Indeed, it actually got us more angry.
Really?
Because clearly, Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Why? Why didn't we see cartoonists, Tilapia, and many other folks reporting that in different forms and shapes? We've seen that. We've seen many people angry because the statement that he came to us is that the president cannot take a shower in his private jet, and the otherwise you have to even with the private planes. And I don't have never got down from a plane and then jump into a serious meeting. Never, never. You get out of the plane and always freshen up. Even if you do not, like, even your host will have to suggest to you because you have to freshen up. Mind you, Nanado is not young. He's an old man. So you don't expect him to still have a very strong bladder and all of that. You expect him to have a weak bladder. Definitely, will have to use the bathroom several times. And that is acceptable. That is understandable. The NDP, if you look at everybody who has tried to defend this, they have no point. They have nothing to use to defend it. When you was on radio saying that, are we saying that Jamahama never used a chartered plane anywhere? That is not a point. The MPP through the Nana Dodam Kwakufado said to us at the beginning, presidential jet was a problem. The same presidential jet generalists used all along, that President Kufuor came, they had to buy a new one. They just bought this new plane. There are some countries that use planes way older than ours. And indeed, you are right. When we all saw videos of President George Oporia land on a tarmac, and with clearly the Republic of Ghana still sitting on it. So why? The people of Liberia, they don't care enough. They don't like their president enough. The plane, at one point they said that the size of the plane has to take 17 passengers, including crew. The plane that the president landed in the U.S. with could take 18 passengers. I don't know how much a difference one individual could cause that our president needed to rent so expensive planes. And I don't know, you see, the problem, unfortunately, about this thing is that in our communities in Ghana, we always say something that when there is trouble in the house, the last person to hear it is always the head. So long as there are people in Nanado's corner and in his house continue to tell him that everything is going well. So long as people are still telling him, sir, everything is going well, no, he'll continue to think that everything is going well. But of course, he knows that what the people are saying, there is nothing that people will say that will make Nanado stop what he is doing. He will continue to spend so much. He will continue to put people, his family people, his daughter, his wife, people in positions. He will not change. That is what he is determined to do. He is to embolden the likes of Ken, the finance minister, giving their private companies advisory rules to advise the government of Ghana in borrowing money. Dubuahi, the caretaker finance minister, has come.
But it's exactly 8:04 p.m. on the Eastern Time. Kingsley, wrap it up with your submission. Why? Hello, Kingsley.
Saying that Nanado Dankwa, just like he did when he was in opposition, he went after the likes of GHANA-Emmanuel Acheampong, and no matter what people said, no matter what advices that came from the likes of Richard, he did. He went after Afeku, we saw it. He's vindictive. He is single-minded. He chooses to destroy and not to build. That is what he is doing. Nothing is going to change. It's not about being. He doesn't have advisors. He wouldn't listen to anybody. Period. This is what he chooses to do. This is what he will do.
All right, that was very informative. Back by evidence or historical facts. Indeed, it happens in MPP. So what you are trying to imply is just a transcribe or transcribe it or in opposition just in power. But you see, on the other, be most just say just a provocative act or person one when we say it be a memo now to a person or ya na soja for the two a bamboo na ichiro the self defense someone my name we the tenure of office and a better now will qualify accountability because yeah this is if there should be a change of government the next step of the next government to take you over no accountability is going to be the priority on that person's table. So don't think, do you also reason what in government can say no say buapa yintina and you're gonna for a year what should I show my before
as much as Nanato may hate others, he doesn't hate himself. Trying to say, I mean, it's stretching it for somebody to think, oh, wait, he's provoking the military to do. I mean, no. Why? Do you know the excesses that come in? Do you know that Nanado's family can be wiped out completely? You think that is what he wants?
No, say Abasadia Obeko exile. I need no doubt because already in the crowd, Nana planning the post governance. That was fine, say we.
And you know he will plan the day that the coup happened. He will plan and then get out nice thing. Oh, you see, coup come with excesses that nobody can.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, dear crap. You see, I don't know. So what pay attention to sir conspiracy theory in the so on one case I grab it me a plan it back. And you plan in a way say either it will happen once or one way. That's what the pay excuse be. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, let's not get into that.
That is just stretching it. And everybody know he's power drunk. Okay. He will not share his glory with any human being. He thinks that every child, for God's sake, people are crediting another with too much intelligence. I'm sorry, but he's not. He can't think that much. That's it.
All right, Yanko. Offer quick. Why? Yanko. Then Yanko Lord Queen do say we are near. I'm say 3 times in our DNSC because Papa no matter the Ubia can be an 1 hour. Plain, you go for first one. But first one, no, say me hold me blaming it to. Need to never Babeka say Ghana, far corner in your papa. No, or say you to mean Jaru, man and current private. Why the second time he didn't listen to the public opinion? Third time ni almost had by US. So what at all is happening to Nanado? And is it because say local institutions? Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, over. Meet you.
Okay, yeah. If you look at the whole thing, and sometimes you sit down and you can't understand the whole thing. But it is one thing I have observed is that it is his character, like Kingsley said. He has made up his mind that he will not listen to anybody.
Oh, okay.
Because he has advisors, and I don't know what the advisors also tell him. But you know one thing, recently it's like the advisors and people surrounding him who are happy with what the president is doing every day. That is one thing I've realized. Look at the so-called this lawyer Okujeto who come out and tell us that people criticizing Akufo-Addo for the media is. You see, how can you say that?
Yeah.
A whole lawyer. I'm saying it. And then what Dominic Kinti would do for the first time, even what he came there to stood there and was saying, Brano, you Dominic Kinti yourself, doesn't make sense what you are saying. That the president has to shower, he cannot shower, he cannot put on pomade, he cannot make his face mask, I mean, to me, Krano, I don't know why the defense minister was able to go and stand in parliament and was saying this, coming out from his mouth. You see, but he said it, trying to defend it. Instead of all of them to condemn it, he came boldly defending. You see the whole thing now. And now the lawyer, a whole lawyer, Gabio Tridaku also came up. And you are criticizing to the president for renting a plane. You don't think about the investment he will bring. Look at all this. If you are bringing investment, you should spend out of the money you are bringing, in the money you are going to bring, you want to spend part of it before you bring the money in. Abata, does that make sense? Some people will come and they are trying to defend it. It doesn't make sense. They are only trying to defend things that are indefensible. The plane is there. It's working. Why is Oponwia using the plane? And you want to rent? Look at the amount that we will spend. That huge amount. You have free SSS. It's in limbo. You have what? Some people even don't have water to drink. This is what we are talking about. And if you are talking about governance is about all these things. The people you are denying them, and you alone will spend a huge sum of money on yourself for your comfort at the detriment of the ordinary Ghanaian on the street, the taxpayer. It doesn't make sense. I'm saying it. That's why I told you that what happened in Guinea before the coup came, 100 times has happened in Ghana. So, you see, it is just like that. The president, he will not listen to anybody. He knows, and like Abacha, you put it, you are right to put it there. As for his government, he knows it's a failure. But people keep on deceiving him because the Greek minister will come and tell him that a bunch of plantain is sold at 3 Ghana cedis in the market. And the president too knows that a bunch of plantain is sold at the market at 3 Ghana. Have you seen some of these things? People will come and say, oh, you have so many food, planting for food and jobs, and your name will say Joe. And then you crowd bro. Abacha you crowd bro. But you see planting for food and jobs, they are nearby food. That's job. Plantain and come planting for food and jobs. And see, I can't say planting for food and jobs into a plantain. Under the natural destiny, the rainy season, no banner and so no correct now, the drought. But the other so I'm a Yaku Chaba market. You see, planting for food, I had to buy, you know. Kenya boss who say planting for food, you know, and the man of body, but cafe to the other body, you know. This is some of these things. And the president believes in all these things. People surrounding him, big men, oh, they are saying all these things. Sometimes when they say some of the things and you sit down to think, it appears as if, for me, at times I sit down and I think, I say, Abba, why? You see? So the people surrounding him are not telling the truth. And the president believes in them so much. Have you seen it? Anything you open or at the end of the year, you see people coming to defend. At the end of the year, then people are coming to defend. Some of them, they are communicators, sometimes I pity them. You know that the thing is wrong, you are coming to defend. Are you not ashamed of yourself? You see the country as if it belongs to only those ruling. No, the masses on the street are judging. And don't think that those people, because they are masses, they cannot reason. It's not like that. There's somebody who has not even gone to school. Look at that old man. I will send you an audio. Olumayo, Poso was say, or the president, President Nori Gwari will you. Also by protecting public person. They don't know Gwari will you, we did a ticket for Gwatas pay money for Gwari will you. Stand here protecting public person. An old man who has not been to school before Abacha. You can imagine those who are enlightened, the youth that are enlightened have gone to school, finish university, finish polytechnics, and they are enlightened. How would they look at what you are doing? You see, so what we are saying is the greater picture of the masses, the greater population of the masses that are seeing it the way we are talking right now. But the small group of people ruling come and tell you, say, yes. Have you seen it? That is why the CCD, they brought their this thing out. They say about 62% of Ghanaians are saying that the country is not is in the wrong direction. It is more than that. Have you seen it? It is more than that. Because everything about that is just in a different direction altogether. When it says to our people from government will come and be defended. And near my new agri minister, say, Abu, into market crab or dear 3 city. And so about that 3 city, it's about 50 plants, 50 to 100 Ghana. So say a 3 city. If you are no market in one year, so that's the MPC market, a 3 city. But other market now, a different price. We can't tell. The same thing about this presidential in Ayakano. Instead of some mobile condemning, yes, you should go and use it. Dominic Intiwu, a whole defense minister will come and defend it. Indefensible, you are defending. What you are saying? We need money. The country is broke. School. Ensure every man common what I be a fine by being here. Let's get in a bit near channel into that to fix the country. But the president is using it for his luxury alone. What do you need again? About 77 years old man. What do you need on this earth? One guy sounds on a Uber yes, put the Yesica now by now by small minor. And so in there, it is rather the opposite. Typical irony. I'm coming to protect the public. Today you have succeeded in looting everything from the public for yourself and your family. Which even toddlers can tell you that you loot everything from the public. Meanwhile, you told us point blank, I'm here to protect the public person. About just okay. We were protecting public person. Ghana for any year because I know the year campaign Muhammad on protecting public person. So you wasteful. The BBI increment or a project away in a corruption room. Yes, who the Oba and the Papa Mudi. It's rather yours, it's rather where's the cry, whatever. Then I'm going to Mama.
Enfin, we the plane the NBC ama because since I see your hopes in Chini Jonas Modi and with the wild crew. And then the last topic we I say Kasasab no. And then the last topic. Into this Lord Quay. Lord Quay. I say.
Yeah.
All right, Lord. My uncle quick on Nanado the third time I call rented private plane. Ghana for an acre, sir. Pastor Papa ye. Lord, you're a quick man. Why?
Nanado there I was say GHANA-Emmanuel. Why after it's somewhere in the dark. I mean, yeah, Donald Trump. It's somewhere in the dark. What about this? It's the only guarantee. Ghana was say GHANA-Emmanuel. Eche nyansa. So no ye nipa chen. I mean, George Weah or no deserve idea. I mean, because in our national plane, there's no washroom or big issue and not to be bizarre. No pair. You're from the college. We all read the friend said Animal Farm.
Yes, we did.
Exactly. Some animals are more than others. So, on 2024 is coming. Ghana for a real fear there. The real bakery that's what I have to say.
That's so snap. Anyway, I do say.
Yeah, hello.
But and the president, the animal, why plain no. I'm the third time. Or your first one need to be justify. Second one or sanso yeah. Nana san repeated it for the third time. We want to know the rationale behind it. I didn't know yes sir. Is it because I Ghana for one person or yes sir? Nah, say on one purposely to prove.
First of all, no. I'm for that was what I was saying. The anger now say you protest. The measure and you I think for the last time, I also said, being there of the airport, so that maybe for me, on why I'm standing, it looks as if it's very, very in the moon. For me, I've always because a new maybe on one can comments now also around him. Maybe he wouldn't do some of these, but I'm also I'm not telling.
Okay.
So I don't think he actually intends to do it to the face of the people, but within the air course, within the feeling.
Okay.
That's what I
see. I see. That's so quick. Now this is a general line answer. Now unim. I did we see it can be. There's this gentleman who say I can't want him that. On yet the originator or founding member, and as a part of the, how do you guys call it? The let my vote count. And Debbie not let my vote count. Fix the country. Uncount. Mimi sure or your official member of the Fix the Country. He's called Chini Jonas. Obezium say New York. Say you know this gentleman. I made a name me I make call you didn't home commode Herbert. Now me catch Herbert say I did a guy yesterday. Eventually, and then the BC of Ghana upon me and friend tour. As my making say baby. Never say about how. Because the data a better system near po you crew mom boy. And interview Johnny Babu, a Babatan you know. Because they took their time to build the system. Or starting idea. Okay? So Ghana for one penny for almost stepping up, no develop a country, no. Not necessarily say maybe say US and advanced countries, no, but and get it to standard. Or yeah, no trying to pictures, no, you see. Minia, I don't know my gentleman, no. I mean, the message I get it to the bottom of the people. aside viewership na what they can, the impact of it, the negative side of it, insult and no, you take it that from there. Now, you focus on the team, and the intent or the content, say African leaders are failing, especially or among Ghanaian leaders. I don't think so. I take any political line. Also under Mahama or the Bibono and the MPP or the Bibomo and the NDC or the Bibomo and the Kufado. Now, I don't know the demand face the country for also the agenda by. These people have also faced a very tough or resistant but still, on my try so on my day. Minia, Afietia Owusubempa, Abuapopon, which is Ghana Gas, Hobson Adoye, former national secretary at the airport. She said also domestic. Now, messages in your mail, but say on Baby silence, Trini Jonasi. You see, all these things to me are not relevant. I mean, probably I'm a concern. I for most of work who are Juman Power, a Jumo, you do be person here, Juma, you say. One was a similar one be happening in Germany. Guy be on also face the country for co-opposition and now they could deport him to no papers. Now, some supporters of Chini Jonas is saying, say, if this guy doesn't put a stop or they don't hurt what they are doing, that's a trigger, that's a kofasam kasi ba undombe. Ubi any Ghana nibi or Tibet. They will start turning themselves in. I mean, and I'm saying, oh, mama, they fat. Mama, they far from politics. After the baby create animosity amongst Ghanaians. The men are minim we are. Na say, MPP for na ba me di twene akwa abonten di a. And we incite NDC for all the only banana pay. Mass TV or something. I'm sure viewership no. I'm saying no. I mean, when we get yourself involved, idea we should stop with immediate effect. Meaning, simple, your president and you move just say is above criticism or reproach. And my mom and fan call people's immigration because Ghana on already you may be anywhere. It doesn't mean say me endorse illegal practices in the country. But they call military when it comes to gay laws and your mom say don't ask, don't tell. The same thing applies to the immigration issues. Even though New York is not a sanctuary state, Abeka say we need people to channel. But so federal crime be a big channel. But so yes, sir. One Ghana na wo sell my image. One why didn't see about that with hate for no. You don't want that for the country. Them say Hobson, ebe Daniel no. Also you cannot the idea grow. You see, want to be making statements and making moves and threatening. Now if I didn't get impact within the public, I will say I'm playing jokes. The political aspect is there. How I'm a who MPP. I don't want to go into it. But let's focus on this immigration issue. What do you say? What is your advice to Usu Bempa, Hobson Adoye, and no more supported these two gentlemen? Any Canadian as an Ankasa? Please, let's hear you that.
I also say no dialogue. Hello, so what be counter video say no dialogue.
I know me tell that the Fred on live show also no the dialogue.
Oh, but okay. I'm sorry when you're backlash because and I think that in our response, I remember that I'm a head about this friend.
Okay.
People stand there. Some few days ago, there's some 2 seconds here. I'm sorry, maybe the attempt and later crack. We program I'm I could delete the comments because as the attempts are ready. I'm not going to be fair to say. You shouldn't even give him any attention. This grown man said, oh, the attempt I didn't. Wow. I'm not paying for work for because I'm a Canadian national. Okra and baby, what do you say? Only Canadian national and cow. Wash over here and cow. On your level. What I say, oh, so change in terms of say. Once a woman mining and my senior for us, it's why for my family. I don't know, say, when I for my MP. You know, I think in our Oba say, always time look for this person. And now, dying or much mutu na, I'm going to plywood that simple. Now, I will say, you know, within the particular time I will be to baby, you know. Everybody can move anybody at anywhere at any point in time.
Oh yeah.
And now we know any diner wako moves and then I don't even know what is the relevance there. And you're gonna make a Lamborghini or the car no one, no, Androyeno, Nagrin, Muketekete, amount for the about the investigation. Actually, say, with this idea. Oh, like, things I didn't see in my dream. What I need at least, as I said, you'll be able to know. And while he was doing the video, people kept interrupting him. And he kept apologizing and going back and coming. My bad, he said, you have to wait and I yeah, do my work. And I'm saying, and of course, New York, a hundred second of Ubian. And how come we see no more? How we move with you? Oh, parking lot, no be drew horn and cow best. Why are we passing about the and now, yeah, no so Ghana phone. Because I don't know, yeah, it was so relevant there. Now, person says that the kind of impact that is right now making. Okay, baby, now America, are there not people who can give him one room, the gymnasium, and continue to, because the import of the message, is functional before you can do the same. It's nothing like he's trying to say, when yes, so why they now, baby. So I think the man didn't try. That is all. He did not act mature.
Sure.
The next time, yeah, need to know.
All right, Lord. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, offer.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, and on Trini Jonas, where they say what Ukraine so New York, how you guys reacted?
Okay. With that, Chini Jonas, as for me, like my code is in just spoke. I don't see the reason why, because of Chini Jonas, Hobson Adoye and Owusu Bempa, and Owusu Bempa should be flown from Ghana with the taxpayers' money to come here and be digging into his affairs. What is that for, about that? In the first place, what the guy is doing, is he not doing the right thing? He's doing the right. He's trying to tell our leaders to be on their toes. Simple. On your body, he's trying to tell our leaders that they should be on their toes and do the right thing. That is it. What borrows Sikabaye 300 and something billion? Now who provided a toilet in a polytanker? Why would people speak? When you were in opposition, you told us, would the over have a protective part? OBID 56 billion. As you see, Niama Katia, Terminal 3, University of Ghana Hospital, Regional Hospitals, airports, Kumasi expansion, 4 airports. I can name it and name it. Roads near the OBID and even HCS will be to me the Winsaka as really and started from 50, about 50 something billion. That will be borrow about 6 times of that. 6 times of that. And that borrow, 120, from Nkrumah time up to when he was exiting, 120 billion. Ukasa say too much. On a very crazy, who by year within a period of 4 years, why they are caught 300 and something billion? Why can't we speak out of this? Who can say we should be citizens and not spectators? Citizens and not spectators means that everybody should be involved.
Yes.
Citizens and not spectators. Don't be spectator. Don't sit on the fence. Get on board. We are judging him by his own word. It's from the horse's own mouth. So what they are saying. And then everybody has the right to come in, to criticize. And that is what governance is. And now we are holding you accountable. We should be citizens and not spectators. We should be citizens, not spectators. It means that don't sit on the fence. Get on board. Everybody should contribute to the nation building. And you are the driver. So maybe because it's ever correct you. Citizens and not spectators. And yes, I'm a and now That is what we are using to measure you now. We are all citizens and not spectators. And if we are trying to say it, who release who dogs who look at what Kaka, they beat Kaka and killed him because he was trying to say that they should face the country. There were things going on in the area, and he was speaking about they have to put the same thing they want to do to Chini Jonas.
Yeah, but my concern is I don't know what taking it from Ghana at a bet one or foreign country.
Very good. Let me answer that question. You know, several times I've seen it on social media there. Chini Jonas is lucky that he's not in Ghana. He would have been killed. Oh, we have seen several times. Anything on my bahano. Oh, they were praying that like Chini Jonas should come to Ghana one day. They will finish him up like they did to Kaka. And no man who's on Banintinu, and they are the best one because he is painting the government. It's not Chini Jonas who is painting the government black. The government has painted himself black already. And he's swimming in it. So Chini Jonas is just trying to put the government on his toes that the right thing. Who doesn't know that what is going on in this government is not good? But people don't want to say it. Some people are saying it, but they don't come out. He has come out purposely that do this and that will be the right thing. You promise us this, you are doing the opposite. And if you look at this government, all his promises is doing the opposite. And it is assemble and power that Chini Jonas Aka and that is what I want to see of Sinadoye and Owusu-Bempah telling Ghanaians that from the time he started coming on social media, what has he said that never is not true? Everything that the guy has said is true. So why do you hate him? Is it that you don't want anybody to criticize? We know that is what is going on in Ghana. Kaka was killed because of that. Because he criticized them. The same thing they want to do to why? Have you seen it? That is what I'm saying. They are using Akufo-Addo, all this, what do you call it? Owusu-Bempah and Sinadoye that came here. It's Akufo-Addo who brought them here. They should come and kill Chini Jonas so that Chini Jonas will stop criticizing them. He's the one who has led them to come here. He can't tell me that he doesn't know anything about it.
But you see, on the other hand, if he's not aware that guys in ESA, to me, a projected MPP need to be a very radical party.
Exactly.
One, it's from Kevin Taylor to this. It's like they are using even everywhere they want to go. Almost suppressive free speech. What's my say?
Exactly.
Well, Gary,
Kevin Taylor like this, it's not they are not in peace with him. All the time you're blocking the channel. No? The YouTuber, the what do you call it? The Facebook, they are blocking. Yeah, Manu ko air. Oko air and to channel. They are hunting for him to seriously. Why? Do the right thing. And America is a bacha. We shouldn't be. We should be citizens and not spectators. Citizens and not spectators. Everybody should be right to speak and say something about what is going on in the government. Yeah, I can't trust the country citizens and not spectators. And we are coming to protect the public. You are coming over government to only looting from the public. Shall we sit down and look at it? We will never sit on the fence. We will surely come in. You telling us that we shouldn't stand aloof. We shouldn't stand aloof. Yeah. Be involved. And when people are getting involved, you are annoyed. You want to kill everybody. Have you seen it? In fact, other people are reacting to Sinadoye and Co. In fact, look on social media, when you're the chair of it, the way people are reacting to what they did in Nasipono. So, Papa Penny or Titano, it's on to him. Have you seen it? You see, they have made the government is what they are doing. Everybody is aware of what is going on now. That's what they are doing. What kind of governance is this? You have to criticize government. This is why if you criticize them, you are in danger. They will look for you and kill you. Chini Jonas, the empire no more and it's Ghana and no more. And Ghana no so on by it's almost one by UN. UN, America. Have you seen the whole thing now? So they came here purposely to hand, looking for where he's sleeping, looking for who are Sinadoye. I did not be there. You are in Ghana. Whom are you? Why? I can't say it. I don't know your qualification, but I know you didn't go so much. What will you be doing and earn all that you have, if not politics? And Chini Jonas by the now who show so that can you afford it? He could not have. He can't afford it. But the politics in the and I tell you, who will deal with Babia or Ghana, who is director of everywhere, it's because of politics. What they are saying. Aha. And you know, about what is going on, the war they are waging against the guy, no? They should rather, already they have made their party, they have seen that they don't like the citizens. Have you seen it? The whole country is aware of it. They are looking for this guy to kill him, but they lie by it will never work.
But you see, media may consent cry immigration on person on the fan. What they should be careful.
Aha! Immigration. To the sense say you deport Akolano.
Yes, that's what they are planning.
That is what they are aiming at. And Owusu Bempa and Obsinadoye, they are leading that attack. And who sent them? Is it not the president? Akufo-Addo is aware of it.
Anyway,
so
offer.
All this cost war.
Yeah, and the on this, why? Okay, I do say
with this, with this, about what I was saying is that what they are doing is not the right thing. Allow people to come out. Democracy. They are practicing democracy. But this government doesn't want democracy because they are using autocracy and laissez-faire. That is why everybody can do whatever they want. They just want people to be silent so that they can continue doing. We know you ask for the money, they want you to hear you. You can tell us how much you use $100 million. They are providing PPE. PPE better no the man. Kwarankwa was cooking from Munyabi. And so some of the $100 million are providing PPE. Why from that? Why? And they almost supply the whole Africa now. PPE back, the whole Africa now supply PPE, $100 million. You can imagine, Abacha, you can't ask them where to was you man. Now you're bad dream back. How will you see them? It's just a bunch of criminals and thieves.
There should be a feature. Okay, that's what I always say. No condition is permanent. Oh no, there be a mechanism way. Trust me, guys. Me now be the answer. Kofi Kenyatta can. This is a bomb pie. I'm moving my Amagana. But I say, Indio. Oh, of Ambacho, voice of Omgagrao. That will carry you be closing remarks. What does it say? Oh, French, you never watch it. Premier Gao, Nepa Gao, Premier Senator. As a fast food, it's not a food. Offer, you have a very good evening. My greetings goes out to all those in New York. Chinese Jonas is sold in a chidi for. They should not fall for the provocation. Baby, be out mountains and hopes in and growth will be and me before a arranging meeting, you shouldn't go. Almost cash here, she stay off the social media for now. It has all people, only people. You know, we have to be the problem of Braille. Now, as the son as well. I think a lot has been said. What we can say in this day, Kofi Kenyatta was some bomb pie ammonia day. Mumo be Enfama Ghana. Bingira kwa so na ene minda etifu nyina ase. Once more, Miss Ansonda, your panel members and no show. Lord Quay all the way from Ghana or joining us at 11 p.m. of Ghana on the EVA program. Kingsley, North Carolina, it has a I do say all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, the final destination. So I come I also join here. Offer Ukro too much, man. New York, driving here too much. These were the guys that joined here and offer you no ND. Was it Premier Gao, Nepa Gao? Let's the trust in the other meaning first fool is not a fool. There's a lot that has happening. We are glad to say you take it off in the Sabbath to me. To me, recoup with what we left off with the topics. We're able to talk about the security in the country. Young fans, you all, if you're not talking about president, if you want to say no more, you're too much. Why are they? I come first time, second time, third time also be here. If you guys will be able to make an answer, yes, I did. If you're talking about fix the country, you're joining with Chinese Jonas, and you're talking about the Guinea coup. A lot of ideas were displayed. You can go back and re-listen to the show every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Kachi diaspora, your focus is on the youth. Hala, y'all brainwash your movie, no. You be jai, now for your country, no. Aye. As a new way, see, now want to make a channel from 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 6 p.m. on the GMT, coming live with Prophet Walker Ashon Afran. What's he saying? What's say? Or the way be brave? Or see a mama discussing about Sikedru? What does that mean? This is how we break organs on crowds on Kunipedi ko Jisikedru. Yeah, Hashipana say the love for money. We'll get into that issue tomorrow. I will say a very good evening to everyone. See you tomorrow.